Hello and welcome to Jericho Plays Games. I am here today checking out the Dauntless Open Beta. Dauntless is an interesting game. It's one that I've been following and hard to describe really from the perspective of actually getting from the game. Um, I don't have a Monster Hunter world, but from what people I know, there's a because the whole point of the game is you're a slayer, and the world has been kind of overrun by these behemoths, and your job is to kind of take out these behemoths and kind of save the world and become a perfect slayer. So I haven't played a lot of this game yet because I have to say the early stages of this game were not good. Like I will definitely say that the zone. Okay, I can do that. Start hunt, private hunt. The For some reason, which was like completely weird, the tutorial mission, which is kind of like, hey, you're a slayer and this is what's happening, were the frame rate was ridiculous. Like I was getting almost 5 to 6 frames per second, and this is a game that I've played in the closed beta on epic settings and never had a moment slowdown. So it was really strange to me to have this kind of odd slow experience with it when I had nothing but good experiences on it. So unfortunately, and you'll see this at the bottom of this map, and I will pause the recording after I say this for a second, just so you're not just watching a clock countdown. But Dauntless was a little more successful than the developer was anticipating, and in the closed beta, it was by invite, so they kind of were able to moderate people, and they only had about 250,000 people playing. Well, now they're upwards of 1 million, and we're seeing queues, which nobody likes to see queues in any game. I'm sorry, so I'm not happy with that. And it's open beta, and I haven't spent a dime on it, so I'm not going to complain too loudly. But and it looks like maybe that 4 minutes was misleading, but they are definitely facing some challenges with matchmaking and behemoths. But what you saw really quickly in that first part of the video was Ramsgate, which is kind of the hub city. Think about it like any of the cities in Warcraft where you kind of walk around, you get your quests and stuff. And when the game initially started, there was actually a few subquests just to equip yourself, pick your weapon types. By default, when the game starts, there's kind of 3 weapon types: a sword, a hammer, and these double blades that my girl has here. One of the really neat things about...
You have the training. Don't forget to use it.
Oh, I do have combos. Awesome. X, X, X. Hold Y. X. Well, that's fun. Okay. So I can just like whoop, 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 whoop. That's a combo. Y, Y, Y. That's a combo. X, X, Y, X. Okay. And then X, X, X. Hold down Y. Okay. X, X, hold down Y. And then X. Okay, well that's fun. And it uses stamina. One of the neat things about this game is the customization factor of kind of your weapons and stuff. It's a little slim to start, but it is kind of neat. You also have, and I can't remember how to do it. There it is. So you have this kind of detector thing that kind of points you in the direction of the behemoth, and it's this direction, so good. You also have these flares that I keep forgetting to not launch, to launch, or not launch, that, if you're in a group and you're hunting behemoths, and say I see the behemoth, I could shoot this flare up, and, it goes up into the sky. I don't know where mine is that I just shot. And, once people see it, they could kind of go towards that flare because you want to kind of capture the behemoth as quickly as you can. There are also crafting materials that you can collect. So you see there's a hold here to grab these mushrooms. Oh, I think the behemoth's nearby because tense music has started. Yeah, I hear him or her. But I'm going to collect some flowers first, because why wouldn't I collect some flowers? And I think these are used to craft potions because there are a few different potion types you can get. Oh, there it is. So, what is the meat of the game? Well, the meat of the game is what I'm about to do here, which is hunts. So with this weapon, I actually have this kind of neat dodge. Oop, that hurt. God damn, this guy. That kind of makes me vulnerable for a little while, which is neat. Could choose it, but this one is fast. Oh my god, the first hunt was not fast like this. So I've got to kind of pace myself a little bit because... Ow. Because, you know, you don't want to run out of healing and kind of screw yourself. So one of the things I like about Dauntless is kind of how awesome kind of the flora and fauna looks in this game. It is really pretty stunning how bright and vibrant this game looks. Because normally, you know, games just seem to forget that such a thing as a color palette exists. So that gets tired pretty quickly. One of the, I'm going to say criticisms, but one of the criticisms I have of this game is, aside from like ducking and chasing the behemoth, you know, after a certain while, once you kind of damage it enough, or using buffs or things like that, the ow. Potion. The combat is a little samey. You know, I can hope that weapon switching helps that a little bit because, you know, you do have the ability to change your style, which means change your weapon. I kind of have focused on... Oh, you also have this special you get, and it's kind of specific to the weapon you've got. And because I have these double kind of glaive axe things, my special is this rollback dodge. So if he's attacking me and I hit this rollback dodge thing, then, you know, I get some damage on him, and I flip back and get out of his way, which is kind of cool. So if you were to switch styles, your kind of special shifts with that, right? Like it is, but I think also if I hold down RB, I do this kind of move, which is the jump back. But so I mean, yeah, I mean, really, I'm just slashing at this thing for a while, and I have played with multiple people in the past. And really, what you're getting from that is just some people to divert the attention of the beast from you, because right now the beast only really cares about me. At this point, well, that hurt. I cut his tail off a little bit. And sometimes the beast will be like, okay, I'm out of here, and you gotta change them, chase them. That's what happened in my first hunt. There's also these vents here that you could see that I can actually hold A on to get some healing. They're not unlimited. Eventually they will run out, but you know, they're good for 3 or 4 heals, which is helpful because, you know, you do have a finite amount of potions that kind of get equipped as you're playing the game. You know, and they're not something that like, oh, I have 1,000,000 potions, so I could just keep doing my healing potions, because the healing potions are super effective as Pokemon, let's say. And I mean, yes, they should. The behemoths should be tough. I mean, we're talking of like, you know, big killer monsters that are terrorizing a country. So yeah, it should be tough, but I wish there was, and I'm not a developer, I don't know the magic formula to, you know, add diversity into a game as big as this and as complex as this. with. Oof, okay, let's run away a little. Use the healing one more time. It's all done. Because you know it's. But you know it's not the most dynamic system. Let's just be honest here. Hey, oi, come on. See, he's tired too. You know, I'm not the only one who gets tired in this game. Why do you kill these monsters? Well, when you kill them, you get resources, you get kudos, rewards, you know, which is, you know, the kind of currency of this universe. So, and I mean, they have, if you notice, this guy's got pretty predictable attack patterns. I just, one of the things about Dauntless that you kind of got to get used to compared to some other games is the animation delays are obviously on purpose, kind of how they set them. So, you know, if I'm in the middle of attack, I can't necessarily, dodge. So, you know, your attacks are fixed thing as well, and so I think what I need to start doing with this guy a little more effectively is let him tire himself out, right, with his attacks, because when he does, let's see, I can then get a combo on him. Puffin. That hurt. But man, I have to say, everything does move very beautifully in this game, doesn't it? Creatures, hey, I was vulnerable when that happened. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. Okay, seems like I had one ace up in that hole. Oh, got him. Whew. Well, I almost died, and that was not good. So once the hunt's done, you're pretty much finished, and it gives you your kind of... Why am I stuck running forward? It gives you your rank, and then you could rate your match. You know, I'm going to give us a solid 4. But I think the whole point of that is, you know, your teammates more than your match, right? Like, you're trying to rate what you can do. So, and in break parts, because this is a lower level creature and there aren't any parts to break, from what I understand. But rewards will actually, and then if for some reason after that it puts me back here, and I'm like, what's the first time this happened to me? I'm like, what's going on? Where, like, how do I get home? But that happens. So their transitions are still being worked on, but um, overall it's pretty cool. So that's just an example of what like a hunt looks like. I'm just going to run through Ramsgate, which is kind of your money, and you can upgrade your equipment. If you find cores, you can build a new weapon, you can upgrade weapons, that kind of thing. So one of my intro quests was to build a Slayer weapon, and I built those double blades there, but and I upgraded some armor, but I haven't really customized myself yet, and hopefully now that I've kind of solved a quest, and I get to turn in the quest now, and I get a reward, and let's see what that looks like. So this is the person who kind of is the boss. She was the one who was on the plane with me.
Not bad.
Right, you've earned her upgrade. Yeah, that's right. So I get hunt, 50 notes.
You did
Nasher
sign up for danger.
Hunt a Nasher. Nasher armor, Nasher weapons. That's kind of cool. So I'm not going to do that just yet. Because I think, I want to see if hunt a specific behemoth from the zone. And then Nasher attack, get a Nasher. But I think I want to go up and see, is there a way, what I didn't do yet is look at my inventory to see what I've got. Now, what's odd is I thought I had more supplies than I do, but for some reason, I just have my recruit stuff. So do my and then quests. So I thought I was supposed to get a few different things, but anyway, I'm gonna go up to the weapon guy because I can't remember if there's anything I can do just yet. Who are you?
What's going on?
Well, that's
We'll
nice.
talk again, Slayer.
Yeah, sure we will. So this is Ramsgate. I'm new, so there's not much to see and do here, but these are kind of the two vendors. So that's like a core guy, this is the armor guy, and then there's like the sword person is here. So, for new characters,
What news from the frontier?
Can I create this? So I'm gonna create that. It'd be fun to just try a hammer. I'm gonna upgrade the hammer. Okay, can I make this? Sure, I'm gonna make the sword too. I'm gonna upgrade that as well.
Behemoths beware, Borman.
So I can now switch between the three, which is I think the point of them giving you some cores and stuff like that. Let's see what I can do about armor. Okay, well, not much I can do there yet, which kind of sucks, but let me go, and I can't remember what this person does. Their items, it's a lantern, allows the Slayer to track the behemoth.
Fortune,
Okay,
Slayer.
so I've already got that. So this is kind of a way to go right on your quest. So I'm going to do the Nasher hand as a private hunt. I'm going to start that off. But as you can see, I mean, I haven't really dug into a lot of what you can see and do in this game because, I'm still early in it. I do know that, as you saw from the rewards for this one, I'm going to get some blueprints to make Nasher armor and a Nasher sword. So what I had in the closed beta, you'll often get materials that you can use to build specific weapons from the behemoth that you killed. So you're kind of taking out behemoths to kind of level yourself up and armor yourself up, and the quests they give you tend to tie into that as well. So you're not just killing things and getting notes and buying stuff. You're actually the only way to kind of get a lot of the cool new items is to actually go and hunt behemoths, which is kind of brilliant. And there's my lantern. That's like, here's where the behemoth is. I think it was pointing this way. Could be wrong. So it's definitely an interesting game. I am kind of waiting for, you know, what's more, what more are they going to do with this kind of universe? Because, you know, I feel there's some potential that, you know, maybe they haven't quite figured out, you know? It's like, um, yeah, I don't really care. I'll leave that for now. Because when you put your banner down. You know, so I kind of, again, what's the secret sauce? You know, they've got some very, very basic RPG mechanics. They've got, you know, basic combat at the end of the day, because the combat itself is not, you know, super sexy. I can't use my lantern yet. So kind of, you know, what more could they do to flesh out this game that they haven't done yet? And I feel that's why it's in open beta, so that they can think about what is working, what's not working, and, you know, figure out a way to add more content to kind of, you know, interest players more, so that they want to keep exploring this frankly beautiful world, to, you know, see what they can see and what they can explore. So I think I ignored where my lantern said this bloody thing was, and I'm just kind of running in circles. But I think you get the gist of what Dauntless is about. It's hella fun, and I could see it being a really big time sink, because, you know, as you encounter new behemoths and you want to level up your character, get better armor, better gear, better weapons, better everything, you have to keep kind of hunting new behemoths all the time. And you know, that's kind of a risk reward scenario, which is pretty cool for me, and it's, you know, it's a mechanic I do like. But, you know, will it get repetitive if all I'm doing is picking a mission, going out, you know, button mashing until the behemoth's dead, and then rinse repeating, right? Like, I haven't, like, I played the closed beta a good amount, so I kind of, you know, took out my share of behemoths, and, you know, it was interesting, but I wouldn't say it was something I was playing, you know, every night, because, you know, you hunt 2 or 3 behemoths and you're kind of good for a little while. There's really not a lot new happening there. So I'll be interested to see what the developer does to kind of keep interest in players who kind of jumped on this open beta pretty strongly, as we saw from the wait times. And, you know, what that means for the future of the game, because I think potential here is pretty cool. Like, you know, there's a lot of neat concepts and neat ideas here, and I'd like to see more of what they're planning down the road. But, you know, for now it's fun, but it's not, you know, as compelling as some other games are from the start. You know, and I enjoy it. I love the look. I love kind of the style of the game, and the controls are really good, and you know, the animations are very sexy and work super well. I just want more from the game, so I'm hoping that we do get more from this game, and that's it. So I'm going to leave you there for now, and thank you for watching, and please feel free to comment or ask questions below, and if you have any ideas on where you think Dauntless should go in the future, feel free to mention that as well. All right, thanks for your time. Bye.